Hello peeps and welcome back to Agrarian Skies. We've done a little bit of work off camera. We tried the activation ritual again, or rather I tried the activation ritual again, and it turns out that the problem was that we were using the bound swords. I tried it with an Invar sword that we just had lying around with Fire Aspect 2, and it worked first shot. No questions asked, no problem. We then used the activated division sigil to make a builder's wand, which Dragon used to build this wonderful platform out here, and then he promptly fell out of the world.
Yeah, my flight potion wore off.
And in the process of falling out of the world, he took the builder's wand with him. So we don't have a builder's wand at the moment. But that's okay. You might notice that the leaves over here are transparent now. It's because I turned on fancy graphics so that I can actually, see if there are leaves to be torn out. The tree that we want to be working towards right now is the chestnut tree, which requires us to crossbreed and get a hill cherry or a common walnut, which both come off of the silver lime. So I've got silver lime, silver birch, and apple oak over here. Those are the crossbreeds we need right now. I want to devote this episode to bees. Not just bees, but I want to devote this episode towards unlocking some of the other branches. Now, there are two ways to go about this. Well, three ways to go about this. The first is the old-fashioned way, where you just put bees together, knowing which combination does what, in a regular old apiary or an industrial apiary. Let them live out their happy little lives and hope that you get a mutation at the end. Also known as the stupid way. There is the fast way, which is what we're going to use, which uses either the Oblivion frames, which is what we're going to use, along with the apiaries that we made that are somewhere around here. They're probably in the chest out there. Or you can use an industrial apiary with lifespan upgrades in them.
Hey, Dagger, come here for a minute.
Now, the lifespan upgrades aren't as fast as the Oblivion frames, which is why I'm going to use the Oblivion frames. Oh, nice. I don't think you set this up right. The runic matrix needs to be floating above. So what you have to do is you have to put something on there, put the runic matrix on top of it, then break that out. And now try right-clicking it. There you go.
We now have a working...
We have a working infusion altar.
Yeah. We don't have any wands that are filled to run it.
Yeah, and since another thing that Dragon took with him when he went out of the void was our 18-minute flight potion, we don't have...
We didn't have any charges left in it anyway, but...
No, we could have recharged it. Kozak did get one as a reward, but he's offline at the moment. He took it with him. I'm actually going to bring a bed over here too, because I want to be able to sleep at night, because with the apiaries, bees won't be able to work at night. Alright, so my initial goal is I want to get Industrious and Majestic. Or, I want to get the Noble and the Industrious branch, is what I want to do. Little change over here. We have an indexer, which currently is holding our umpteen million frickin' bees. Holy crap, look at this. Look at how many cultivateds we have. It's like, holy shit.
Look how many princesses we have.
I know. We have a second hardened energy cell here. This one is set to require redstone to work. That way we can use that to throttle our centrifuges here, which they are done running finally. So we should be just about caught back up on our honeycombs and our our honeycombs and our beeswax. You're gonna gag when you see this. We can safely shut that off now. These things will slowly drain. Or should slowly drain. I don't know why they're not. There they go. Now they're losing power.
Yeah, quite quickly, too.
Take a look in the barrels for the stuff. We actually haven't had the bees running that long.
Yeah,
so we're
and for a
finally
while,
building up a
everything
buffer
was
here again.
jammed. I mean, I haven't logged off the server in, what, about 10 hours now? And
Something like that. There's
I've
the
only-
apiaries.
I've only came over here twice to empty out the hives.
Yeah, something like that. Okay, so I'm going to put the apiaries down over here because this is going to be my home for the next little while. In each one of these, I'm going to put one oblivion frame. Now, what the oblivion frame does, and yes, they are actually craftable with Thaumcraft installed. No, I don't want to look up energy conduit. It's a proven frame with an essence of scornful oblivion. The essence of scornful oblivion is essence of a shallow grave, essence of lost time, wither skeleton skulls, and a dragon egg. To get one essence of scornful oblivion. So, yeah, these things are pretty freaking crazy to make. Which means 3 of these things was a huge reward. So, one oblivion frame in each one of these. What this does is it ensures that whatever bees that you put in here die after a single processing tick. You might be wondering, okay, why? What the hell does that do? Why would you want that?
And how long do those frames last?
A long time. Now, here's the trick. You can't use the frames with any other type of frame. So if you put any other type of frame in there, they don't work properly. We are going to put down a few meadows hives and a few forest hives and break those with our scoopinator. And figures, I got a bunch of valiants. That's why I put down so many. Valiants are a rare drop out of any type of beehive. I got 2 valiant princesses and 1 valiant drone, which is fine. We also want to get rid of any ignobles that we have, because ignobles will die off eventually, which makes them pointless for what we're doing. We're trying to breed bees to get good bees, not to get bees that will eventually die on us. Hopefully we'll get at least 3 good princesses out of this. Yes, we got exactly 3 good princesses out of this. Drones don't carry the ignoble or pristine trait, so the drones are perfectly fine. In these apiaries, we are going to put a princess and a drone of the opposite type. And I actually want to move my mini-map No. Display location bottom right. Size small. There we go. The reason I want to do that is that there's actually achievements from forestry now that you get that pop up in the upper right hand corner when you discover a new type of bee. Let's see, what else do we need? I need to get some honey drops to power my beealyzer. That's not a problem anymore. And we got a few honeycombs in the process here. Now if we go take a look, these bees have died already. We have a common princess here, which is a good thing. We also got a bonus forest princess. Wow. We have a common drone there. So let's take a look at these and see what they came up as. That's a common meadows. That's a common forest. So we're going to combine those two together because common or forest plus meadows equals common. Combining these two together will get us the best chance of a purebred common. This one turned out to be a meadows forest. This one turned out to be a forest common, so we'll keep her. And that one turned out to be a forest common. We'll combine them with straight up meadows drones, and the other drones are going to get pitched into the indexer. And we got a meadows princess here, or what is it? It is a meadows forest. We already BLized that one. We'll throw her away.
Oh, your common downgraded.
It happens.
Yeah.
Well, it got a cultivated. Yeah, common plus a forest is cultivated. So, cultivated meadows. So what we want to do, that's a meadows forest. You're a pure meadows. You're a pure meadows. So what we're going to do, in the first one, forest princess, meadows drone. Forest princess, meadows drone. Here we're going to do the meadows princess, and we're going to go get a forest drone. I'll just grab one of these forest drones. I know it's a pure forest. And these two bees we will chuck into here. Now we wait for the bee tick, and it's already happened. So we have a bunch of dead bees again. Well, this one hasn't died yet, but it will shortly. While I wait for the tick, I'm going to grab a drink. There we go. Common and a couple of forests. Or a couple of meadows. So, let's BLize the results. Meadows Forest Princess. Pure Common Princess. Common Meadows Drone. Common Cultivated Drone. Meadows Common. Meadows Forest. The goal here is to isolate common, so we have a pure common. So we're going to combine those and these, and then this here, this turned into a meadows forest, so we're just going to combine that back with a meadows common. Now, there's something else that I really should be doing here. I should be getting a gene pool running, in all honesty. We got a cultivated out of that combination.
Want me to make you one real quick?
Yeah, would you mind making a gene pool?
Yeah, as long as we got the resources for it.
Yeah, we do. A gene pool requires a genetic machine, some gold ingots, some redstone, and some glass. The genetic machine is made with a basic circuit board, so we're actually going to have to use the carpenter. An apiarist machine, lapis, and an iron. The basic circuit board is redstone and tin, so would you want to bring a piece of tin and some redstone out here? And a water tank? We've got a carpenter out here, we just got to put the thing together. And then the apiarist machine is just copper, a sturdy casing, and redstone, so that's not too hard. Those of you who have watched my modded Minecraft series will remember the gene pool as being the bee Hitler device. You juice your bees to get bee juice so that you can create the ultimate species of bee. Cultivated common. It is, but... Okay, there's pure common.
Anyway.
That's common cultivated. That's common cultivated. So, I'm going to combine the common meadows with pure common. That's going to give us the best possible chance of isolating common. Here I'm going to combine cultivated common and common cultivated. That's going to give us a chance of unlocking diligent or industrious. And then here I'm going to combine this meadows thing with this common cultivated and call it good. That's a common forest. That's cultivated forest. That's a meadows common. There we go. Hey, stop it.
It's kind of funny and slightly hard to get water into a tank when I don't have a place to get water into it.
Over by the witch water thing.
Yeah, but you have item ducts on top of the fluid ducts.
Oh, well, I'll just connect a couple of fluid ducts off the side. Okay, common meadows.
That's what I was working on.
Pure common. Pure common. So we've isolated the common strain.
Yay, we have a common everyday drone.
Now, this one here picked up fast worker. This one here picked up fast worker. That is a beneficial trait. We want to try and keep that trait going. So, I'm going to actually come back over here and I'm going to reconnect these apiaries, but I'm only going to have one of them connected. I'm going to have this one connected with the common and the cultivated. I'm going to take the upgrades from this one and put them in. And here we're going to change this to enable on redstone for all of them except for the one that we want running. You can see how ridiculous this is. That one we want always on. That one we want enable on redstone. Pop that. Reconnect this here. And now our common bee will quite happily live out its life while we continue to work over here. Now, we have cultivated. We have common. Matter of fact, we got another common over here that's just a pure common. So we are going to try combining cultivated and common. Over here, we've got this common. We're going to combine that common with a cultivated drone that we're going to take from over here, because common plus cultivated unlocks several other species. That's cultivated meadows. We don't want you. We want a purebred cultivated, which we know he is. We'll put this in here with you, and then we need to sleep because these apiaries, bees can't work at night. Okay. Come over here. We wait for a bee tick. We'll get one of these days, I swear. Sooner or later. There we go. We got pure common, it looks like. Yep, pure common there. Pure common there, shortest life. Pure common there, shorter life. So, we're just getting a bunch of common. Here we downgraded back to meadows, so. You know what? Let's do this the best way, shall we? Let's put this away, because we are running another mod called Gendustry that opens up a few more options for us. Now, the first thing that you've seen from Gendustry so far is you've seen the wonderful industrial apiaries, but it goes much, much further than that. let's head back to our home, and let's burn off a bunch of those diamonds we got, shall we? We are going to need to make 2 machines. The first machine we're going to need to make is a mutagen producer. A mutagen producer requires a mutagen tank, a couple of those power modules, some bronze, some more bronze, a hopper, so it takes a lot of bronze for this. So let's go ahead and just make an assload of bronze. So
there should be already some in there, but probably not enough.
Yeah, nowhere near enough. Let's see how much bronze we have. We only have 76 bronze. Hey! You guys need to start learning that when I am recording, you don't come in here and start raising hell. That's why I have the water bottle. We do have, however, 227 copper ore dust. We just need to throw this in the frickin' smelter and be done with it. Pulverized copper ore, too, to get even more of it.
You wanted bronze, give me bronze.
Yep, we got tons of bronze. But I want more bronze, so more bronze get. Well, more copper get. Here's some copper. Here's some tin. Because we're going to need even more bronze than what you gave me. So we're going to break all this down. I'm going to break all this down. That should be enough. Okay, mutagen producer. We need 2 bronze gears. We need 2 power modules, which each takes a bronze gear. So we need a total of 10 bronze gears. Yes, we want to use copper for this. That's going to get us 10 bronze gears. We need a mutagen tank, which is tin and glass panes. We got one of those. We need to make power modules, so we need 4 pistons. We need a hopper. So let's get one of those. We should have everything we need. Well, we need to make power modules first. There's our 2 power modules, and now we have everything we need. Almost. We need the sturdy casing. Now we have a mutagen producer. Do we have any tanks? Yeah, we got 8 tanks from open blocks in here. Let's go put the mutagen producer out in the wild. Actually, before we do that, let's get some more redstone energy conduits. We're going to need some more, I think. How are we doing on power in here? Pretty low. How's the water tank on that? There is no water tank on that. Awesome.
Water tanks on top of the carpenter.
That would explain it. We'll just get 12 more of these, which means we need 24 redstone. We should have more than enough power stored in the magma crucible to do this. While that cooks, we're going to get the other device that we need. And this one gets expensive. We need a mutator. But not only that, we don't just want... no, we don't need the mutator. We want the advanced mutatron. That's what we want. Requires us to make a mutatron first. The mutatron requires 3 of those bee receptacles, a mutagen tank, a power module, and a genetics processor. The genetics processor is 4 diamonds, 2 nether quartz, an ender pearl, and redstone. So these things are expensive as crap. We need bee receptacles, which means we need the advanced pressure plates. We need 3 of them. That makes us 3 bee receptacles. Not the genetic sampler, mutatron. We need a power module, so we need 4 more of these. We need the sturdy casing. We need the... No. We need the mutagen tank. Put all that together. You get... Well, we gotta put the power module together. Need pistons. 1, 2. And cats are fighting in the background. That's awesome. They realized I wasn't going to let them do it in this room, so they moved to another room to do it. That's amazing. Okay. The advanced mutatron requires 4 more of those gears, another power module, the original mutatron, and 2 more genetics processors. So, total of 12 diamonds goes into this monster.
Ouch.
Oh, it's so worth it, though. Wait till you see this. You're going to love it. The advanced mutatron takes 4 by itself, so we need 8 more bronze gears. We need another power module, so we need 2 more pistons. That's going to get us our power module, which is going to get us our advanced mutatron. Alright, let's go get our power stuff here. And let's go hook this bad boy up. Or bad boys, I guess. Oh, before we do that though, we need fluid ducts.
This one I'm definitely going to want to come watch.
We're also going to want some levers. Probably don't need that many, but whatever. What is this? That's a Natura lever. That's awesome. It's a colored lever. Okay, and we need a way to make mutagen, which is this stuff here. Mutagen is derived from a mutagen producer. You can use a glowstone block to get 800 millibuckets of mutagen. You can use a piece of redstone to get 100 millibuckets. You can use a piece of glowstone to get 200 millibuckets. A block of redstone gets you 900. Or there's also a recipe that uses uranium, but there's no uranium in this mod. So we are going to use glowstone blocks for this. Now, there's another thing that's going to be required for this. We are doing genetic tinkering. That's going to require some genetics labware. 4 glass panes and a diamond gets you 16. We are going to want a lot. So I've just made 48 of them. We need food. Like, real bad.
Yeah, I just noticed I'm completely out as well.
Well, we got enough honey drops over there. We can make some honeyed slices for days. However, it's worth it to note that honeyed slices have been severely nerfed in this mod pack. And by severely, I mean they still restore a ton of hunger, but you only get 1.
They're a quarter of what they used to be.
Yeah. And you don't get a well-fed buff for using them.
You need 8.
Yeah, I know. See, this is why you should just let me do it. Okay.
You're just not paying attention.
There, 16 for you, 16 for me, and we got some extra bread. Okay, let's find a good place to set this crap up. I'm going to run some more power conduit over this way, past the tree, through the flower, over to here. And I'm going to run it back along this wall. We are going to put the mutagen producer, say right here. This is going to start filling up with RF, and this can hold a whopping 5 million RF. This is going to drain all of our power. And we may as well go ahead and fire up the ender generator with some pearls, because we're going to need power for days on this. Now, what does the mutagen producer do? It produces mutagen. Imagine that.
I would have never guessed.
We're going to put a tank back here. We're going to put a fluiduct on the top of this, going to that tank. Set it to output mode. And we're going to feed this thing with some glowstone blocks. And it's going to start burning up the glowstone in a fairly slow process because of the amount of power that it has, which is to say not nearly enough. As a matter of fact, I'm thinking about going and swiping our... As a matter of fact, I'm going to do that. I'm going to go swipe our ender generator from the farms.
It takes 1 million RF per cycle.
Yeah, it takes 1 million RF per cycle. I'm also going to swipe the hardened energy cell from over here. That'll give us an in-shot of some power.
And here I thought I was having issues with just not being able to recharge the wands.
And we'll hook this thing up to there. Set that to output power to the bottom. And
I would say just connect it directly to the stupid machine.
Well, at the moment, it's actually not draining any power out of here. I'm not sure why. Oh, because we're pumping in 400 a tick, and this can only output 400 a tick. So our power output device isn't enough to make it run any faster. We need a redstone energy cell there. Oh, that'll do it.
As I said, just connect it right up to the goddamn thing.
Yep. That'll do it. It'll drain that real fast. Okay, we're about to get our first bucket of mutagen. Well, our first 800 millibuckets, so we have to wait for yet another one. Need a lever right there. And that's going to allow us to pump the mutagen out and into this tank.
Although it's not enough to apparently see it yet.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's only 200 millibuckets per tank, because it's a large tank. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to put down the advanced mutatron, and we're going to put him right there, because he is another energy-hungry machine. This one holds 1,600,000 RF. The slots on this thing are power on this side. The tank here is for mutagen, you might have guessed. So we will do a little bit of this. And can you put a lever right on the tank? Yes, you can. Good. That's going to allow us to pump the mutagen into here. We've got 796 millibuckets of mutagen in here, because there's a tiny little bit maintained in the tanks. Okay, now we've got over a bucket. This slot up here is for your genetics labware. These slots here are for bees. We know that common plus cultivated equals good. So what we're going to do is we are going to get a cultivated princess, and we know that these are purebreds because we've been breeding nothing but purebreds. We are going to get our common drones, and we know that these are purebreds because, well, they came off a purebred bee. We're going to combine them in the advanced mutatron. Cultivated plus common equals diligent or noble. With a regular mutatron, it'll pick one at random and give it to you. With the advanced mutatron, you get to select.
Ooh.
So we are going to pick the noble queen. It's going to use one of our genetics labware. It uses one of these every time. And we have a noble queen. We know that she's purebred. She's pristine. And I believe this also gives you the absolute purebred stats for the bee, no matter what the parents had. So she's got short lifespan, slower speed, slow pollination, all of that nonsense. Let's put her in an apiary and get her producing. We'll put her in this one. It's a queen.
Oh.
The mutatron gives you queens. We're going to get her producing. We're going to do it again. But this time we're going to pick the diligent. Once again, it'll burn off one of our genetics labware. And it gives us a purebred diligent queen.
We really need to get this mod onto Golds.
Short, slower, slow. Again, the basic stats for this type of bee. Oh, did you pick her up?
Yeah, it helps if you don't throw it on the ground.
Yeah, really does. So we're going to get her breeding. Now, it's coming to be daylight. I am not a patient man. Let's speed this process up a little bit, shall we? We're going to chuck these bees into these apiaries with the oblivion frames. That's going to make them croak instantly.
Somewhat.
Well, as instantly as they can. Come on. One tick is all it takes. While that runs, I'm going to come over here. I'm going to grab 2 more cultivated queens.
Okay, they're done.
Or cultivated princesses.
Want me to bring them over to you or no?
Nope, I got them. We're going to put these back in here and let them run again. And we're going to take the extra drone over here to Mr. Mutatron. Cultivated plus noble equals majestic. Thank you. How are we doing on mutagen production? We're suffering from some pretty severe power shortage. So we'll bring the majestic over here and get her cooking. While we wait on a little more mutagen production. In the meantime, the nobles have finished breeding again, so have the diligents. We're at 24% on our mutagen production. I'm going to come over here and kype this hardened energy cell that we have powering this stuff in order to give it an extra little boost of power. Set the back to output. We gotta...
No, it's working.
Yeah, it is now. Did you disable the...
Yeah, I disabled the redstone.
Yeah. In the meantime, these bees have died again. The Majestic gave us 4 drones, which is really nice. The Noble gave us 2 drones. And the Diligent gave us 2 drones. Come on. We're at 40 minutes and I really want to get a few more bees done.
Now, does this advanced mutatron only do vanilla bees, or does it do like extra bees as well?
Nope, it does extra bees, it does magic bees. If it's a bee, it works with it.
Nice. We can have our own bee colony.
Yep. This basically allows you to trade massive amounts of power and some resources and some time and some diamonds for guaranteed progression in bees. There is a 800 millibuckets of mutagen, which brings us up to 996 millibuckets of mutagen. So we gotta wait on one more. This thing's dumping out tons of power. I think off camera we need to upgrade this thing to a redstone energy cell.
I think off camera we need to upgrade a lot of things.
Yeah, well, I
Because,
mean, we're getting to a point where we're starting to demand lots of power. Now,
unless you want to have a room just completely filled with those endothermic generators, then we need something else.
no, actually, there's something else that I want to do. Let's see, alvearies, genetic manipulation. We got the gene pool for genetic manipulation, but what I really want to do is under steel power. But it's locked.
Huh.
It requires us to complete one quest elsewhere, which that quest is, I believe, heavy armor.
Yeah, probably. I mean, I could always do my compression dynamo setup from hell.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we can work on that for endgame power. Here we go. Now, before I do this, I want to come over here and I want to check these bees, because I'm looking to see if we got lucky and got an extra princess. We did. We got a majestic princess. A spare one. So, we are going to take a noble drone and a majestic princess. We're going to throw them in the mutatron, and that's going to give us an imperial queen.
Yay!
We have already unlocked the imperial branch.
Usually it takes me like a month to do that.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and put the imperial queen in here and just let her live out her happy little bee life. And we are now sitting at about 44 minutes, which I think is a good episode. In the meantime, I'm going to do exactly the same thing with this diligent bee. We're going to combine the diligent and the cultivated to get an unweary. We're going to combine them to get an industrious, and then we're going to have the industrious bee just start living out its happy little life. And we're going to start collecting some pollen and some royal jelly. In the meantime, we're also going to produce a lot more mutagen. We're going to start producing a lot more power. We're going to hopefully get this tank almost full. And then we are going to start working on some of the higher mutations of bees, because there are so many types of bees. Holy crap, look at all those. Type drone into any eye.
Oh, I got
It's almost a
two
full page for me, and I'm in medium GUI with 720p.
I'm an automatic, so it puts it pretty much to large, and I got about 2.25 pages.
Yeah, there are a couple of type of bees that I do want to aim for, so I will point those out right now.
Diamond?
No, actually, not diamond. It's fairly easy to get diamonds, believe it or not. What I would like to work towards, there's a bee that produces blaze rods. Or not blaze rods, blaze powder. No, we need the recipe for it. Yeah, the smoldering bee gives you a 5% chance of outputting a blaze rod as a specialty product. The fish products, a blaze fish? Whatever. The Dante or Pyro bees give you a chance of outputting it too, and I would actually like to aim for a Pyro bee because it gives you just a flat out chance of getting pyrotheum dust, which is what we need. However, the Pyro bee takes a Dante and a carbon, the Dante takes a smoldering and an austere, the smoldering takes a skulking and a hateful, modest and eldritch, attuned and cultivated, rocket, yeah. It's a lot of mutations, and each one of those mutations costs 1/16 of a diamond plus a bucket of mutagen. So it's pretty serious business going this far into bee breeding. But that's one of the bees that I want to get. There are a few more. I can't really remember them offhand, to be totally honest, but yeah, you can get some good stuff from bees if you are willing to put the time and effort into it. Let's go ahead and recombine these. We're going to put the Majestics away, and I think what we're probably going to do is I'm going to wrap up this episode here. Next episode is actually not going to be devoted to bees. It is going to be devoted to finally finishing and automating our smeltery process.
Yay, more automation.
Yep. I want to get us to a point where we have metals pouring in and we don't have to worry about them clogging up our ME system until we just have so many blocks and so many ingots that we can't store it all. Like, I don't want to have to stop and think about, oh, hey, do we need to go through and combine all of our broken and all that? No. And, yeah, you do get a bonus chance of getting some ore if you just straight up combine the broken into the gravel and then smash it, and then combine that crushed into sand and then smash that to get the pulverized, and then you combine that and smelt it. But honestly, do you think we really need that slight little bonus chance anymore? Because I don't.
No, probably not.
So what we're going to do is we are going to automate using multiple smelteries and a new type of block that has been added by Tinker Steelworks. We're going to start messing with the deep tank. That'll be next episode. This has been Dragon and Night Dagger with Agrarian Skies. Hope you guys are looking forward to that. We'll catch you later, peeps.
Have a good one.